Where are they?
Upstairs.
Hopefully.
Oh. Huh? Yeah. All right. I gotta line up this. I got some new line from Reaction Tackle. We got to put on our bait rods. What's up, everyone? Just gonna chill for a minute here. Wait, see if anybody else comes in. I am exhausted. It was a long day at work, and then after work, I did some rod holders, some custom rod holders for a good friend, or friends, I should say. Let me know if the chat's working, if anyone's watching. Oh, there we go. What's up, Matt Catter? How you doing? Oh, yeah. That's the money spot right there. Oh, I am beat. Well, yeah, we're going to start. I said it a couple months ago that I wanted to start like a little CatClaw team. Probably start with a few people. Tonight I'm going to just announce one person that's been there from the beginning, more or less, and has been just a awesome person, and excited to announce him on the team. What's up, Ron? I do have another person that I will announce, not tonight, but and then possibly another one. So, but there are a couple other ones. It's just going to take some time to grow. But I guess we're going to start this out here because I am freaking exhausted and I got a lot of cleaning to do when we get home or when I get back upstairs here. Like I said, I started talking about having a CatClaw team. Just a couple of guys that are going to help me promote and use my gear and get some benefits out of it yourself. So I'm going to announce the first person on the team. It is Ron Cleveland. He has been, since I met him on Twitch here, he has just been outstanding. Loved the rod holders right away from the get-go, and he's been supporting them all year last year, and it's been awesome to watch him, use them. So, Ron, you are the first one on the team. I know we've been talking today about, getting T-shirts kind of made up because I am going to eventually get some more people on the team. I already got at least one other guy that I'm going to be, he knows already about it pretty much. So he'll be on the team if he accepts it. And then I got a couple other people that are going to be asked as well in due time. But yeah, Ron, I appreciate everything you've done for the CatClaws. Last year was awesome when I first kind of met you, and I sent some free ones out to you just to try them out. And ever since then, you loved them, and it was a privilege watching you. When I gave you those ones, you put them in the breast cancer foundation, and it was. That just was awesome to me. I thought it was one of the best things I've, got to be a part of at that point, and it was so cool to see. And then you were catching fish with them too. So, what's up, Pig? Pig pen in the house. I'm gonna eventually here. I'll post some links up for Ron Cleveland. He's got Twitch, YouTube. He's now on Kick, the new thing, and Tic Tac, as Ron would call it. But yeah, I'll post those links up tonight when I get some time. I'd appreciate if you guys go check him out. The guy is kills it. Does a lot of stuff. Does a lot of overhauls on his big van. He's got an ice house. He's got all sorts of stuff. He does a lot of fishing. coming up here. He's going to be doing a ton of fishing. So I appreciate if you guys check him out. And we got Pig in the house. Yeah, I haven't talked to you tonight yet too. We got some big things going on. I'd like to get started, but it's all in due time. Pig's another guy. You gotta check him out. He's got Pig Pen Outdoors on Twitch. He's got Facebook. He just started his Pig Pen Outdoors on Facebook. Great guy. Runs the CatClaw rod holders. He did really good last year on them. But yeah, that was the main announcement. Is Ron Cleveland will be joining the team. We talked today. We're getting some. We're kind of collaborating on some T-shirts for the Team CatClaw, so that will be in the works. I got a couple people he referred me to, so I'm going to check them out and get on that. So I'm super pumped to start this up. I've been super busy. Ron, I kept your rod holders at my work today, or your rod racks at work. I'm going to do a couple more touch-ups on them before I bring them home to get painted. But yeah, this is pretty much the identical one that Ron's going to be getting. The T-bars aren't bad to make. The rod holders are. I don't have any with me. I mean, these are, I'm only kind of making the rod holders right now for certain select people, pretty much for the testing, because I've never used them. It's just something I came up with. I put my rods in them. They fit well, but I've never caught any fish on them yet because I did it over the winter. So I don't really want to start selling the rod holders just yet for the boat, or for the racks at least, just because they're not tested, and I don't want to send things out that just to people that a flaw goes on. So I am sending out one to Ron Cleveland here, and he's getting 2 or 3 bases for it. These are all removable, so you can pop this. This is just like a little grub screw. This tightens it down so you don't get no wobble on there, and then this pin right here pops out, and you can just take this base. This base will just stay on your boat. This you can pop out. He's getting 2 other bases, so he's going to have 2 bases on his boat, and he's going to fabricate up something for the bank. I haven't had time to really get into the bank yet with this thing yet. Eventually, I did come up with the extender, so that will fit on the CatClaws right now. And the CatClaws, I kind of just updated the pad here itself. I put a 3/8 hole in here, and then for the spike, I got 3/8 material in, so the spikes will be 3/8, and this is 5/16. And so this hole will be a little bit bigger to accommodate for that with that spike. And then this is just went for the extender. When you're all done using it, you can fold up the extender a little bit and then screw the bolt right into here, and it'll compact down to about 24 inches instead of the full extent or full length it is when all put together. But yeah, as far as the T-bars, I'm pretty much out of material on those. So I'm going to be scooping some more of this tubing up next week. I already got a couple people that are kind of interested in it, so I'm going to scoop a couple more feet of tubing up to make some more. But as far as the boat rod holders, I'm going to hold off. I mean, I just did 12 of them tonight, for 3 for Ron, and then 6 for another good friend of mine out in my state that ordered some. And man, I tell you, after working 10 hours and then welding up 12 of those, it was just I was just overwhelmed with all the other stuff I got going on. So boat holders, I'm going to hold off. I'm not kidding around. It might be till this winter when I start kind of getting more into the boat holders, but I will sell the T-bars. I make these little conversion screws here, so you can throw this right in. These are just 1/2 inch. If you do want T-bars, I can put like a 3/8 thread in here as well. But I just like the 1/2 inch, a little bit more thicker, durable. But I can make these guys up if they're 1/2 inch. And you can still use your rod holders for the bank in these with just a screw. So you just throw it right in here. I don't have the screw for the top. It's at my work right now. But yeah, you just throw this right on top. This is a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch to the T-bar. And then you just plop it right in there, tighten her down. And I usually put a washer right on top of here and a washer on the bottom of here just to give it more surface area. I tested it out with my 4-wheeler. I tested it out with my Jeep. I took it to the banks. I didn't catch anything, so it didn't really matter on that one, but it held up great, just with that washer in the middle and this 3/8 on the extender. So it's just pretty much the same thing. So I think this will be a perfect match for this. You can also move it whatever way you want. So it's going to be just like a boat rod holder. It's just going to have the spikes on it. I used to sharpen these pretty good. I've been kind of sharpening to a point, and I'll dull them a little bit. Just concerned. I don't want anyone to get hurt. So I do kind of taper off on the sharp points, just for safety reasons. I do try to label everything when I send it out that they are sharp, but I've been kind of dulling them out a little bit just because they don't need to be super sharp. But yeah, so that's about it right now. So right now we're gonna be selling these. I'm gonna be starting to order some material in for this again. We got the bank rod holder, the original stomper, just updated with the bigger hole in the pad and the extra hole for the throwing down the extender and compacting that a little bit more. And then we have the extender. I don't have it here. I just have my little demo prototype at work. I actually got somebody that wants 5 of them, so I had it at work because I'm going to start on those next week. But yeah, that's it. So we got the extender, T-bar, and then just the stomper. And then if you want the T-bar, just ask about these little these little guys. I can make them up for you and send them in. I don't even care. I'll give it to you for free. I'm only sending just these are just zinc plated. If you want a stainless steel, I can. It'll probably be like a couple bucks because it is a lot more expensive. Where's the beer holder? Oh, fudge. Yeah, I got to get on that yet. I don't know yet. I'll make one for you, though. I got to write that down on my notepad. Yeah, the stomp plate works pretty good. I mean, it's only 11 gauge steel. I was going to upgrade that, but I have a bunch of stock at my work of some little drops that I use for the plates of 11 gauge. So I'm just going to stick with that for a while because I got a ton of them. And so I'm going to stick with that. I might upgrade to 10 gauge eventually, but I've never really had issue with the 11 gauge. Usually if I get into a rocky area, which is probably about 80% of the time where I fish most of the time, and I need to hammer it down, I just hammer on these points here, right by where the spike goes down. And I mean, the paint will get chipped, but the pad, the welds, everything holds good. I got this right here is my first ever stomper that I created like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And this was made out of hot rolled steel. This is cold rolled steel, a lot stronger. I'd say this stuff is just crazy strong. It's got a little bit of play in it if you got a big fish on or something when takedown, but it always springs back up. This stuff it's a lot softer. You can pretty much squeeze it and it's going to go like that. This stuff, you could squeeze it and it goes down a little bit, but not as much as this stuff. I noticed one time I got a bad batch of it and it was bad. So I had to up the material. I pay a little bit more, but still keep the price the same. Heck yeah, yeah. And on these, I mean, I had the stomper pad. You can see how big this was. So this was a lot shorter. So I upgraded it a little bit higher, and the spikes are a little bit longer now. But I still use this guy to this. Last year I used it all the time. Sometimes I have light hanging on it. Sometimes I'll just put an extra pole, or if someone else just needs an extra one. I think the spikes on here are only about 8 inches, and we've got some big flatheads on it. So, yeah, the only thing, these were stainless steel. You can see it's not rusted. But yeah, I thought about stainless steel. But for what it is, I mean, for being 2 years old, and I mean, it's a little rusty. I mean, this thing will last a lifetime. And I just, the thing I don't get is, you got a bunch of rod holder companies making rod holders. Most of them use 5/8 or 3/8, and it just kind of baffles me because I get it, their prices are higher. You're using bigger material, but for what it is, if you're gonna go fish for flatheads, you ain't gonna have your drag tightened down. So when you think about it, you're gonna set your drag, and you're not gonna have it locked down, because if you have it locked down, I've done it on my poles, I've done it on these things hold fine. I have 80-pound braid, and I've snapped 80-pound braid, and I just don't think there's any need for a thicker rod holder, and this thing's perfect. You got rocks, this thing will go right around them, in most cases. And when you got the thicker rods, you can't always do that, but that's just my outlook on it. People want to spend more money on stuff. These are $15. You ain't gonna find better quality. Yep, 10 stakes, right? I've used it for that. Used it for canopies. I use them for lights. I think this one now is kind of more contributed to my net. So I put my net right in there, right by my rod. So I can run up to my rod, grab my rod, and have my net right there. But yeah, I don't think there's nothing. I've never had one issue with this. I've used these in the sand. My buddy, good buddy of mine, used these last year. We were on the Mississippi. I got skunked that day or that weekend for flatheads, but he caught like 3 or 4 of them. And I was using the middle spike when we were fishing the sand, and he didn't have a spike for it. I offered it, but he didn't want it. And he ended up catching his PB. I think it was 29.5 pounds. We were fishing some sloppy sand, and we were about 40 yards away from his rod. So there's something you can trust. That is the first riverbank rod holder that. Heck yeah, Ron. And I don't know. I've never had a fish. I caught a 24.5 pounder last year. I was in my camper. My buddy yells my name. I opened my door, and my rod was going in, and it was just, and it was, my tip was touching the water. Rod holder was still, straight up. And, this is when I was trying to film. I wanted to film this whole weekend, and I actually never filmed very much of it besides, the having the fish on. But I walked up to my rod. I just walked to it as my pole is zipping drag out, and I set my drag fairly heavy, but not super heavy. But I was confident enough to just walk there, and everything was fine. It's something. It's 100%. I 100% trust this rod holder. So. What are you guys doing? You want to show them your rods you got ready? Get ready to rock and roll this year? The Meat Hunter. My boys are down here causing chaos. Whose pole is this?
Mine.
This is Oakley's pole right here. We got a custom made from Meat Hunter. I got them cut down to 5'7" for them. And we got the cat. Oh my god, guys! We got the Cast King or the. You guys are ridiculous. We got the Cast Kings on the Sharky threes. Okay, stop. Finley, let's see your pull. Finley's got the same one, just blue. But yeah, these things are sweet. I talked to the owner, really sweet, awesome guy. So he hooked me up with these, and then I reached out to him because we have cat camp coming up, and the end of June here at the 23rd, we had a catfish camp, and I reached out to him to see if he wanted to donate a rod made just like this, made for kids. And so he's going to be making a custom rod for to give away at the catfish camp. So I'm pumped about that. I can't wait. Heck yeah, 32-pound flathead. Yeah, so these are the flex rods. They're a little bit skinnier, but we have the Whisker Seeker whisker sticks. They're 36-inch ice rod, and Oakley caught like a 17-pound flathead last year on it. So I have faith that these things can land some nice fish for sure. Can't wait to get them out. They have the bait casters on them, and they can cast the bait casters, but I wanted to get some spinning reels. They got the bait feeders on them, and I think they'll be a whole lot better, adjustment for casting with some heavy weights on it. Yeah, the T-bars I have I made. Let me grab the other ones here, guys. Quick. Hey guys. So loud. All right, so this is the T-bar I originally made here. So it's going to be the same thing. Your rod holders, I'm going to hold off on for a little while. I might do a few, and when I have time, and then I'll just kind of, put them up on my page for anybody that wants to grab them with the T-bar. But the original T-bar I made, this is 1.5 inch tubing, 11 gauge tubing, and this thing weighs, I think it's close to 11, 12 pounds with everything on it. 11, 12, 13 pounds or so. So it's really durable. I just thought it was a little heavy, but so I kind of went. This is 20 inches high, so I went down to 1.25 inches, and this is 12 gauge tubing. So, and the height is about 17.25 inches high, so it's a little bit shorter and it's definitely a lot lighter. So you're going to be, the ones I'm going to be selling are going to be about 17 inches high, and they're going to be the same width as this, 20 inches. And then when I start putting these up for sale, you just let me know if you want the 1/2 inch or the 3/4. And I can, if I ever do put these on the website, I can always, switch out the thread on those, on the rod holders too. But yeah, I want to sell those really bad. I really like them, but the timing is just bad. I literally have a Monday and a Tuesday to get my stuff done after work, which is like about 3:30. And that's after working 10 hours already. And then Fridays I work half days, and then I'll work till, like tonight I work till about 5 o'clock. So I put in about 13 hours of work, and it's tough to keep rolling everything out. So I really want to, and hopefully eventually I will. Exactly. One T-bar. Yep. That's an awesome idea to have the 3 mountain pedestals. Then you can always move it because, if you have 2 other people or another person in a boat, like in Wisconsin, you can run 6 rods. But realistically, normally I only run like 2 rods if there's another person in my boat. 2 T-bars, 4 bases to cover both boats. All right. Hey Nate, are you gonna be running the rod holders in them? There's a nice thing about the rod holders is I wish I had a pole down here. I got tons of poles down here. The nice thing about the rod holders is, I mean, you can have, you got, this is the position I usually run in on the boat. Is this one? It's just the angle is a little bit better. I've done it before. You can run it like this. I don't have enough. I can't really show you what it looks like really, but you can run it here. I mean, it's nice because it's got the pad down here. And it's a little, I'm not going to lie, it is nice because it's a little bit easier to, when you have a fish on, to pull it out. When you're running this one, it can be a pain. So I would recommend, running, don't jam your pole. If you're going to run this top step, don't put it all the way down, because what will happen is if you get a big fish on and you're trying to pull up, it's going to cause that, and it's going to be hard to pull up because you're having all that bottom force hitting the pad. And then trying to get it up. I've had it before. I caught it. I mean, it was like a 15 pound flathead, but it fought crazy, and I could barely get this thing out of the holder. So when you're fishing on this top one, I recommend, just putting it enough on there. It ain't going to go nowhere. And then you can lift it up a lot easier out of there. This bottom step doesn't really matter because you can just pull it back up and out. But if you are going to get those T-bars, let me know if you're going to use these. You can also use pretty much any. I'm not against anybody taking or buying any of my stuff and using any of the products with it. So if you can, there's plenty of rod holders. You can go to Walmart and get a $6, $7, rod holder. They make like the 3/8, and I think they might even make a half inch thread. I actually saw at Walmart the other day. I think it was like $8. So there's a lot of cheap options to go with that. But otherwise, yeah, it's nice to have your rod holder. If you're going camping, like we do a lot of camping trips with our boat, we go to the Mississippi. So try to save space. If you just have rod holders, your bank rod holders that can accommodate for when you're fishing on the boat, it's really nice instead of having, more stuff on there that you don't need. But yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to do as much as I can. I'm starting up the donation thing, so still keeping my rod holders at $15 pop here, and then I'm donating $5 to right now it's the Canines for Warriors right now. So I think we're up to $220 on the donations. So I appreciate everybody that's been reaching out and grabbing some. We just had Old Carver bait shop. They scooped up 12 or 2 dozen of them for their catfish opener. So I'm pretty pumped to see how that goes out when they got that running. So yeah. So the next donation, I think I'm gonna be doing Cast for Kids. So that'll be right after Memorial. Probably give it a week or so I can kind of get some work done on the rod holders before I go all out on another donation. But it will be probably within the week after. And that's, literally, I'm getting $10 out of a rod holder. So these things I definitely think are worth more than $15, but I'm just sticking to my guns here for the people. So, and that's just all I'm gonna do. Everyone can sell their stuff high. I'm keeping mine low. I know the quality's there. Yeah, I got to get out to Old Carver. I talked to Chewy out there on the phone, and when we were making we were talking about the rod holders before I sent them out, and I'm trying to plan on a trip going out there this year sometime. He told me that they got the river right next to him, a really good spot, or a really popular spot. So I'll probably try to make my way out there this year. And I mean, Ron, if you want to meet up, we'll go fish. We'll talk to Luke too, and so we get a big group of people out there and do some fishing. But yeah, that's about it. Anyone got any questions? I don't know if I got tons of stuff on my head, but today I had an idea, but I don't think it would work. I was gonna do it. I just ran out. I was way late on working my normal job, so I didn't get the chance to do it. But I'm gonna try to make. Someone's gonna steal this idea. I'm gonna try to make. So we got our steps here. I'm gonna make one single step. Well, I'll probably have braces, but I'm gonna make I've been thinking about making an adjustable step. So you just have one step in between here, and if you want it, to be you're fishing a log jam, you can use the top step. Or you can just have this. You can adjust your rod whatever angle you want. And it's going to go up or down and, fasten. But I have an idea, but I didn't get a chance to try it out. And I don't know if it's going to work yet, but it might just be one single step on there and just adjustable. Yeah, he was telling me about some campground. Oh, I'm stuffed. I went and got a fish fry right after work. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just I might be going out to the lake Sunday. It's supposed to be in the 50s, so try out and see if the cats are biting yet, or at least the channel cats. We don't have about till the first week in May is when we can start fishing for flatheads on the river I usually go to. So, and then in 2 weeks we're heading up to the Fox and we're gonna do some channel cat fishing. Last year we did pretty good. Ended up catching a bunch of channel catfish. We caught on accident as we're channel catfishing. We caught my kids actually caught it. It's 62-inch sturgeon, so that was nice. We didn't weigh it. Since it's not sturgeon season, we pretty much got a picture of it and put it in the water right away, and it swam away. It was ready to go. So 62 inches, so it's the biggest fish we've seen. So it was cool. Still driving on the lakes. Oh boy, that's no fun. I'm sick of this weather. It's been thunderstorming all day, on and off. But I think I'm going to head out unless anyone's got any questions. I know Ron's going to be going live. I'm not sure. You got your YouTube, Kick, Twitch, so I might go jump in the shower and get on his live feed while I'm cleaning up the house. And if anyone's ever wants to check him out, because he does, especially when the fishing starts, he's got some good stuff going on. Lots of fishing. Lots of crazy stuff going on. So, and he's going to be running the rod holders again. So I'm always pumped about that. I love watching people use them. Twitch tonight. All right. Yeah, thanks, Nate, for stopping in. Appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll be talking to Ron. He's been giving me a lot of good advice on a lot of stuff, and that's part of the reason why I picked him for the first one. Just a great guy, very knowledgeable and everything, and he's been helping me do some stuff. So we're going to be getting some shirts together. I got a couple little list of people that I want on the team. It's just it's going to be a little bit of time till I can kind of get everything together. Because, like I said, I sell these rod holders cheap. I do it for a reason because I'm in it for, people to have a good time, and it's not always about the money, to me at least. So the money, it is a little bit of struggle with not getting as much money as I could, but it's just going to take a little bit longer, to get where I'm at, and that's it. So I'm going to keep doing what I like to do, and just keep hanging in there because big things will happen eventually. So um, I'm gonna take off. My kids are getting crazy here, and I gotta clean this house real bad, and I gotta head back to work in the morning here. Probably get in there around 5 o'clock in the morning and get my rod holders done. For Ron, I gotta get them painted. I gotta get. I got Matt Jones. I got 2 for him, the T-bars, and then I got 2 more for my buddy Blaze out by the Winnebago system up in here in Wisconsin. I'm dropping some off to him when I go up camping in April, the middle of April. So I got to get all these painted up, and so I got to get all that done tomorrow. Almost there, and then I can kind of relax a little bit. Unless people, usually when I want to relax is when that's when people call. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go. Usually when I want to relax or when I have the time to relax, that's when I usually get massive orders of rod holds. Hold on. And that's, yeah, but I mean, it's a good thing. So I'm hanging in there, and I'll be here all the time as long as I can. Hey, girl. Here's my little pretty girl. This is Lakaya. Say hi. Hi, Lakaya. Little Siberian Husky. Oh, yeah. She's my little girl. She loves fishing. She'll sit by my rods and wait for them jingles, right? Yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to head out. I'm going to go start cleaning and probably hop on the Twitch for Ron Cleveland, give him some shout outs, give him some biddies. And that's it. So stay tuned. Check out my page, CatClaw Rod Holders. You can check out my personal page, Adam Zimmerman. Also check out Ron Cleveland, man. He's got some good things going on. Rod Cleveland Outdoors. He's on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. So pretty much if you find where he is, he's got all his links kind of right on there. So check him out. Check out Pigpen Outdoors. He's on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. So check those guys out. So we got big things coming. CatClaw is coming. Keep on hucking. I'm out of here, guys. See you later.